This is our demonstration of our 1.25 gigabit free space optical link. At the moment you're looking at the base station. This consists of 3 transmitters at the top and 3 receivers at the bottom and the control box next to it. At the other end, 3 meters away, we have exactly the same setup. 3 transmitters at the top and 3 receivers at the bottom. And this free space link is running at 1.25 gigabits and a PRBS of 2 to the 15 minus 1. These receivers all go back to a MUX board, and the MUX board is controlled by this control board, monitors the levels on the 3 receivers, and depending on the levels switches the MUX board to output the correct receiver. I'm now going to turn the setup off axes, and you can see that we have full errors as we're not actually hitting any of the receivers. I'm now going to rotate the receivers until we pick up the first receiver. You can see that there's no errors. I'm now going to rotate and keep rotating as we pass through to the second receiver. And you can see, if you look down now, that the second receiver is on. The second LED is on. I'm going to continue to rotate, and now we're on to the third receiver. And again, if you look down, the third LED is on, and we have no errors. I will move it as far as I can, and you can see now that we only have a few errors while switching. In fact, we've only had about 150, 160 errors while switching. The switching angle is approximately 25 degrees. In this demonstration, we will show you the coverage of our 1.25 gigabit free space optical link. This is at 3 meters. At the moment, you're looking at the base station. We're going to be using the 3 transmitters in the base station. And at this end, we have the user terminal. And we will be using the 3 receivers in this terminal. At the moment, we are off the first channel. And so as I move this along, we're now fully in the first channel. As you can see, there's no errors. What will happen as we move across the coverage area, we will switch from different transmitters and receivers, creating different channels. Okay, so I'm going to start moving it across the coverage area now. I'm slowly moving it across. As we move it across, you can see there are no errors. Okay, there are a few errors there, so we've now moved to the second channel. This is using a different transmitter and a different receiver. We continue to move across. There's no errors in this channel. Continue to move across. We keep going, and we've now moved into the last channel. We continue to move across. We continue to move across. Continue to move across. Continue to move across. I'm going to stop there because you can see that we switch between the 3 channels, and you can see that there's only been a few errors. If I continue, obviously we'll go out of the last channel and there'll be a lot more errors. Our coverage is around 1.3 meters at a distance of 3 meters away. In this demonstration, we're going to show you what the eye diagram of our 1.25 gigabit free space optical link looks like. At the moment, you're looking at the base station where the transmitters are transmitting the data stream. As you pan around to this end, 3 meters away is a user terminal, and the receivers in the user terminal are outputting to the bit error rate test kit and also to the scope. If you look at the bit error rate test kit over here, you can see we're doing 1.25 gigabits a second, and it's PRBS of 2 to the 15 minus 1. And you can see that there are no errors. If you look at the scope, on here you can see the eye diagram. It's a very clean, open eye diagram, and you can see that there's very little jitter. This gives us good data at 1.25 gigs.